everyone, it's Melissa. Just posting a new update on what's been going on. Still dealing with my newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes. Not fun, but so far it's been very manageable. It hasn't really affected me at all. But I did have something happen this last week. That's something I've been dreading, but something that's been a long time coming. I finally came out to my mother. And I've told this story before. I was terrified of talking to my mother because she is 89 years old. This is all relatively new for her, even though I've been transitioning for 3 years, but I live in another state, so I've had the freedom to do what I want without living under my family's microscope. But I knew I had to tell her eventually, because if I go back out there next time, there's no way I'm going to be able to hide it. Too much has changed with me in the last few months. Things are growing again, and my face has really changed. I had a little lip filler done, just a little bit, nothing too much. But dealing with my mother, who has a challenging personality, shall we say. My older brother knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I thought that she would, quite frankly, flip out. That this would be so far past her wheelhouse of understanding. But I took the chance. I'd been talking to my therapist for a long time about it, when I'm going to do this. I wanted to do it a few months before I go back out to visit, to give her enough time to digest and process the situation. Well, as soon as I finished my therapy session last Thursday, which we talked about it, my mother called me. We had a nice conversation about normal things, and then I just suddenly had the courage, and I asked her if we could talk, and then I came out to her. And she understood what I was saying. I was afraid she wouldn't understand what transgender means, but she does watch the news all the time, so she understood. And I explained to her it's been a part of me my entire life. I've suppressed it, probably caused a lot of my emotional issues when I was a child, and why I made some of the dumb mistakes I did throughout my lifetime. And here's where I am shocked. I thought she would flip out. It was the exact opposite. She was calm. She asked some questions. And she told me basically, as long as I'm happy, I can live my life, whatever I want to do. And she said, whatever happens, you are loved. And that kind of got me all weepy. She even said that if my father were still here, he would feel the exact same way. Again, I'm getting weepy now. That really felt good. However, nothing is perfect. While she understands what's happening with me, I explained I'm full-time. I explained I'm medically transitioning. She did tell me that when I come out next time out to Colorado where they live, that the one thing, she asked me a favor, the one thing that she could not handle would be seeing me in a dress. Okay. She said that's the one thing that would upset her. I'm like, okay. I had some comebacks for that, but you want to know something? I let it go for now. She's 89 years old. I'm cutting her some slack because I know there are a lot of other trans girls out there who would say, you should have told, you should push back or whatever. I'm not going to push back because I see her once a year. And I wanted to give her enough time to process things. Now, I'm not going to stop being myself. So if she doesn't want to see me in a dress, fine, I'll wear a nice blouse, pants, or maybe a skirt, or leggings. There's lots of different combinations I can wear and technically not be in a dress. Now, I know I'm being a little facetious here, but I will have also plenty of time to warn her, look, you better get used to this because this is who I am. Now, do I ever expect her to call me Melissa or she or consider me a daughter? Absolutely not. It's not going to happen. She's always going to call me by my old name. She's always going to call me her son. And while that sucks, at the same time, I have to understand it. Now, if this was 20 years ago, if she was 20 years younger, I think I'd push back a little bit harder. But do I really want to cause a big rift with my mother, who's been fine with me my entire life? She's been a good mother most of the time. And do I really want to start upsetting her in whatever time she has left? I really don't want to. And again, it's the fact I live half a continent away. So she doesn't ever see my pictures. She's not on social media. She's never seen Melissa. When I go out, I will still dress femme. I probably won't wear makeup. I'll just have my regular hair nice, but I'm still going to be wearing, I don't have any men's clothes anymore. So for her, I'll dress down. But for anybody else, no, I wouldn't do this for anybody else. But it's also made me think a lot. I mean, I know so many other trans girls out there who've been disowned by their family. They can't accept it whatsoever. There's one girl I follow on social media, Grace, who transitioned. She's about, I think, almost 2 years on hormones. She went to Christmas at her parents' as herself, and I guess things didn't go too well. Doing exactly what I know my mother will do to me. Dead naming her, calling her him, or by the just not accepting the transition at all. And I think things fell apart even worse afterwards, and now she has no contact with her parents. I feel really bad. There's so many other girls out there that are like that. My father has passed. My only two close family members, not counting extended family who I never talked to, is my mother and my older brother. My twin brother passed 10 years ago this year. So they're the only ones I care about and want to make sure that they know who I am. My brother's been great. He and his wife accepted me fully, as I mentioned when I was out there in September. My mother is going to be a little more problematic, and I'm just going to have to take it a step at a time. I'll see how things go over the next few months. I'm not planning on going back out there until maybe late summer, getting towards fall. The weather's nicer. And gives several more months. And I usually talk to her on the phone every week or two, so I'm not going to constantly bring it up. And because I've known my mother, I've kind of pushed her on some things in the past, and she just gets all upset and shuts down. So I don't want her to shut down. So I got to be gentle about it. And if she never comes around, if she refuses to move forward with it and accept, I'm okay with that. Let her decide or feel however she feels for the rest of her life. And I will continue to do my thing here and live my life fully and be happy. Because that's one thing I told her. I'm happy. I haven't been happy like this my entire life. So, Mom, I love you. Excuse me. I love my mother. I love my brother. That's my family now. And I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose my mother. I still want to be who I am. So I've got some work to do. In any case, I just wanted to give this little update. This is what's going on for now. I don't remember if I mentioned this last time, but in March I'm going to Keystone in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. For those of you who don't know, Keystone is a huge event held every year specifically for trans women and cross-dressers. But there's a lot of trans people there that I really am looking forward to meeting, socializing, getting to know other people. Because there's not that many of us up here where I live. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. And I will definitely take videos and post updates while I'm there. Again, you can also follow my TikTok account for some shorter videos or some other quick commentary. But here for YouTube, I do my main long form venting to say. Also, please take the time and look at some of the other videos I post. I'm doing a podcast. I do a video version. It's called Transdimensional Realities. It's kind of paranormal themed, where I interview guests every week. And so far it's going great. I'm getting pretty good numbers on the audio portion, but I'm really trying to build up the video side. So if you or you know of anybody who's interested in this kind of subject, forward my videos to them. Let people know about them. Okay, that's enough self-promotion. So until next time, I will let you know what happens then. Be good humans. Talk to you soon.